Go follow me over on Instagram for more content. I'm doing a giveaway at 3,000 followers. Thank you. The Tampa Bay Rays have been unbelievably good this year. They've been in first place all season long and are well on their way to their fifth straight trip to the postseason, with a big contributing factor to this team being the 22-year-old phenom from the Dominican Republic, Wander Franco. Now, Wander isn't necessarily up there in the same conversation of popularity as young guys like Fernando Tatis Jr., Corbin Carroll, young newer guys to the league like that. He's not quite up there, and that's because Wander hasn't really broken out just yet. Before he was called up to the big leagues back in June of 2021, he was actually looked at as a future superstar and was deemed the #1 prospect in baseball. He had a good second half of the 2021 season, hitting .288 with an OPS a little over 800, while connecting for 7 home runs in the process, signing an 11-year deal to stay with the Rays for $182 million. And in early 2022, Franco hit the first multi-home run game of his career, while also happening to be the youngest in Rays history to do that. But unfortunately, the rest of the season was full of injuries, and Franco was limited to just over 80 games for the entire season. The numbers were pretty good, but for someone looked at as highly as he is, he should be better. So far in 2023, he's been pretty good. Not necessarily a superstar yet by any means, but he's been a good player on a great team. What more can you ask for? He's played almost every game this year, hitting .287 with an OPS right around 800, has connected for 8 home runs, and stolen 24 bases while also playing good defense at shortstop. In fact, he's so damn good and smooth, he can flip the ball to himself and do flashy, cool things in the middle of plays and still throw the runner out. The Rays are a very forward-thinking team and organization, and aren't that crazy about the unwritten rules of baseball. I mean, you got Randy Arozarena literally posing for pictures while rounding third base after hitting home runs. It doesn't get more anti-unwritten rules than that. It's awesome. And there's no better manager to manage a team like this full of young, flashy, and fun guys than Kevin Cash. Some managers, maybe a lot of them, maybe most of them, would have an issue with, for example, Wander tossing the ball up to himself before throwing a runner out on a routine play, but Cash loved it, saying that his own son is going to want to practice that play in the backyard now, and that Cash himself loves the amount of confidence Wander plays with. And even earlier in the season than that, Kevin Cash was also defending his 22-year-old shortstop when people called Wander Franco out for a lack of hustle on a certain play back in April, only for Cash to say, quote, "It's 100% on me. I've looked at a young player and a lot of our players to say, we're playing a lot of baseball right now. Manage your workload. He should have been out. I know the optics of it, but fully support Wander. He's doing what I'm asking him to do, so I appreciate it." End quote. So Kevin Cash has shown nothing but support for his players, including Wander Franco. But just recently, Cash had to make the decision to bench Wander, not just for a game, but for 2. My initial take on this is that if you're doing something to get put on the bench by Kevin Cash, you must really deserve it, whatever the case may be. So the Rays are taking on the Royals at the Trop, and Wander will be out for the first 2 games because of the way he has handled his frustrations this year. Kevin Cash didn't go into any specifics of any incidents in particular, and also partly praised Wander, but had this to say, quote, "Wander is a really good kid, really good person. He's a young player that is learning and dealing with the challenges of being a major league player and some of the frustrations that come with it. Over the course of this season, there's been probably multiple times that the way he has handled his frustrations have not been the way that we ask our players to uphold being the best teammate. We're going to continue to support Wander as he works through this. I'm personally going to, this organization will, this staff will. We look forward to having him back." End quote. Apparently, Wander refused to talk to the media last weekend after making 2 errors on 1 play, and I guess he just hasn't necessarily handled his anger well. Hasn't been the best teammate, but hopefully there won't be any more drama surrounding Wander and his team, as this is the last thing the Rays need, a team that's currently the best in baseball. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.